For a short period of time, I did a few weekends working at Walker's Crisps in Leicester when I was younger.
No. What, in the factory that made crisps?
Yep, in Leicester.
Fuck, we haven't got time to talk about this. Come on, tell me as much as you can.
You believe in time to sing it loud. Bow down.
Ah, good evening. To the left of me or to the right of me?
How about a bit of bling, Mr. Singh?
Zup, bro. I want a nickname. Steve, calling occupants of Interplanetary Hen. What's going on in your life?
For a short period of time, I did a few weekends working at Walker's Crisps in Leicester when I was younger.
No.
I actually wasn't actually working on the line. I was actually employed by an agency to clean the machineries up. And I did not eat crisps for about 6 months after I worked there.
Was it the smell or was it
The smell. I swear to God, but when the potatoes came in, it smelled like shit.
No, I know, because when my first job was at Fine Fair, which I think became Asda, I'm not sure, and I had to shake the potatoes into a thing, and then but sometimes they'd have rotten potatoes, and you put your fingers in the rotten potatoes, and they just spurt out, and the smell is awful. Rotten potato smell is awful. I know what you mean, mate, but I never worked at Walker's Crisps in Leicester.
Yeah. We could talk about it another time.
I'd love to talk about that. You could be like, whatever his name, Greg, I don't know what I'm talking about, Wallace, when he goes to see where things are made. Av Singh at Walker's in Leicester.
Well, I never saw Gary Lineker there. Lazy bastard.
Well, he's not. He shot himself on the pitch. Don't have a go at him.
I would have loved to seen him working there, wouldn't he?
I don't know what Av is. Av is actually, he's hallucinating. Either Av is hallucinating or I've had too much of this red wine, which we knew anyway.
So, at what point does humour become your opinion?
Fucking hell, I don't know how to deal with that, Av. I can't see a way through. If you're good at your craft, then you should be able to tell most jokes without upsetting your audience.
Well, I need to retire then.
No, but then you, to do the bit, it's going to take you 50 years to get there, Av. Don't worry about it. The more you do, the better you get.
No, well,
as Peter Sutcliffe said.
Well, I can say, and Steve's a witness, I actually made a woman choke.
Right, that's when we were filming our porn show.
No.
You can't just stand there and go, as Steve will testify, I made a woman choke. It's where's that going? Where's that? On a sweetie, let's say.
Well, I was,
and that wasn't her name.
No. I was like, I was doing the gig at Steve's head night, and she was laughing so much she choked on a minstrel.
It was a Malteser.
She had to leave. She was
minstrel
happy.
Was funnier.
Yeah. But so.
No, but you were funny that night. Can I just say, Av was very funny that night, because if he wasn't, I wouldn't be speaking to him now. Av, you got any more gigs up?
Yes, unbelievable. I've got one. End of coming toward the, I think it's 25th in Coventry.
Yeah, we're going to go see Tim Minchin then, everyone. At Oxford.
There's no comparison there, is there? Steve's got a choice.
Oh, do you know what? No, honestly, Av, right? I like going out to a nice, comfy theatre to see a professional show. I do. I like that. I enjoy that, and it's nice. But I much enjoy, honestly, and this isn't a lie, I really enjoy going to like a funny pub or a club that I'm not sure about and seeing people, because sometimes they're rubbish, and that's good, but they're rubbish because it's not their fault. It's they're trying stuff. And sometimes you'll get a little gem, and a little gem in a club that is like not a big theatre, a little gem to me is much, much better. I really enjoy that. But I do enjoy the luxury of sitting in a theatre and relaxing and knowing it's going to be a good show. But sometimes you go to a good show and it's shit. So I like the nerves and the anticipation of live comedy, and everyone should go and see live comedy, especially if there's more than 4 people on the bill.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's going to be something for you. It's in all sorts.
And if I'm there, you might see a woman choke.
Right. Can I just clarify again? Av needs to finish that line with choke with laughter. Not just
that's what I mean.
If I'm there, you might see a woman choke, darling. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Yeah. So, I should put that. I should make like a.
I made a woman choke. Av sing.
I should put that up on the. I make women choke with laughter.
Okay. I think that's the name of this show.
I should say people. I make people choke with laughter.
I always try my best now to put things non-genderish rather than people, like put people rather than women or man or stuff like that. Because it's
Well, yeah, just be on the safe side, isn't it? You don't want to offend anyone.
No, Av, you ruined it then. It's not to be the safe side. It's the right thing to do. It's not being on the safe side. You shouldn't worry about... it doesn't matter if you say the wrong thing to people as long as you understand afterwards that you may have said the wrong thing. And you think, well, I will learn from that. Rather than saying, fuck off, you weirdo.
No, I'm saying I don't want to offend anyone. That's why I do err inside of caution.
You are quite a sweet person, so I don't think you can offend people.
I've had my moments.
Yeah, but no, we're all... I mean, I can offend people, but because I can be so dirty. But, there's a hot tap. But you can, I shock people. I like to shock people, but shock is not to hurt people, is it? It's to make them go, ooh, what's going on?
Yeah.
So, yeah, go and see Av as well at Coventry.
He will make you choke with laughter.
He'll make you choke.
Yeah.
Open brackets, close brackets with laughter.
My jokes make you choke. What a bloke.
The joke choker.
I sound like a serial killer, don't I?
The joke choker. Oh. I could show you the world's greatest pickup lines. I was given this for Christmas. And I feel that there is a wealth of entertainment in this, right? Because this is the world's greatest pickup lines.
Let's have a listen.
I'm just gonna pick one, right? And I bet you it's hilarious. Right. Now, this is what I wanted to say about these sort of things, right? This is what should be cancelled. This sort of stuff should be cancelled, right? So I'm coming from this from a good point of view, not a bad point of view. Are you ready, Av? Pretend I've just met you. And we're both on the same gender page. I'm new in town. Could I have directions to your house? Now, that's not creepy.
That's a pickup line. That's
apparently.
That is scraping the barrel. That is because it's just a statement. A bad statement.
Turn left at the next junction. Right.
I'm new in town. Give me directions to your house.
Oh, this is awful. This is awful. I don't understand why this is what's wrong with this fucking country. I've got 1 hour to live and I don't want to die a virgin. Help me.
No, these aren't pickup lines. This is how to get arrested. Sexual harassment.
But right. I've got an hour to live, right? If you have got an hour to live, right, you might have some sort of disease, right? I don't want to die a virgin. If you've got an hour to live, you've got some sort of disease and you're already a virgin at 50, that's a worry. I took 10 years off. I don't get it. Did you get anything nice for Christmas?
What did I get for Christmas? This time off work.
How long do you have off work?
Boxing Day. When I used to work at an office before, and it was Secret Santa, Right.
Do you know,
Right.
I've never done a Secret Santa, and I've actually felt quite nice then when you said that. This better be a nice story, Av, because otherwise I'm going to be sad.
Well, right. There's a spending limit. I think I can't remember. Was it £10? But you know something? I was a generous Secret Santa. I always used to go over because I want to get
Good.
something. I want to get something decent. Yeah. It's got to be have some thought behind it, then at least. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely, 100%.
Right. So I get mine. We open it up in an office party. Right.
What did you buy, or is it funnier if you tell us?
I just
what you
bought
bought
something
after?
sensible. I can't remember what it was. But it was for, obviously I don't know.
Abby just said a lot of thought that has to go into it. He says, "I just bought something sensible."
Probably something nice, decent. Right?
I'm not having a pop at Av tonight. It looks like I am.
But the person I bought for is not buying for me, so it's like
no, it's a secret.
It's secret. But I will not get the present from the person I gave a present to. It's from somebody else.
No,
so pick a name at
nobody knows who the giver
No.
or the receiver is. It's like a gangbang in Worcester.
Okay. Those two things are very well connected, aren't they? Christmas and
and gangbang.
So I'm opening my present up. All right. Like I
Can I
tell
ask, though?
it's clothing.
Is this in a group? Do you all say let's all get together to open, or do you take it home?
Yeah. So what the office used to do was because we have on the last day of work we'll have a Secret Santa, open your presents, then we go to a restaurant and have Christmas dinner. You know, before we break up.
Is there a mince pie involved in any of this? Are there mince pies around?
Probably. I'll just a piece of clothing and open it up. It's a pair of socks. Well, okay, that's thick socks, yeah, right. Then I look at them, right, Steve, and they're massive. Right. I check the size, and they're like a specialist size, like 13. Right. Normally you get a size range, don't you? Like a 9 to 11.
Yeah, you can do 9 to then big.
Right. So these are 13. I'm thinking, what the, what? Right. Using my methods of deduction, I look around at people with big feet. Right. And I work out who's giving me his present because it's something. Obviously, someone's giving to him, or he's bought himself and not worn. Hopefully, he hasn't worn. But for some reason, right, the effer has put no thought into it. He thought, I'll just give these over to Av. And you can tell I'm an average height guy.
These are his socks, and he's pocketed he hasn't bothered to spend a tenner. He's just put his socks that probably his grandma bought him last Christmas.
Yeah, and you're thinking,
and they were size too small.
How much of an idiot do you have to bloody be to think, oh, you won't know he was me? So any people out there who get Secret Santa, you bastards better buy him properly.
It is better to give them. It's better to buy a nice present for somebody because the joy that brings should bring you joy. The fact that you're a tight ass and you think I'm not spending a tenner, I'm just going to stick this in every year. It's like my dead dad's wife, stepmother, whatever. My dad's new wife. She used to get presents that they didn't like and then put them in a box and then next year gift them to other people. That's not right. That's just that's no Christmas spirit. That's tight-arseness and no thought. Thought, as I've said at the beginning of this rant that I've now turned into a rant, unfortunately, it's the thought that you should think a bit of thought and care is much better than money.
You don't have to be generous. Just be considerate.
Hey, Av, should we play Secret Santa between me and you? And we'll send each other a gift and then open it live.
No.
You've been watching GBBs?
I've been watching GBBs, and I think it's turning me. I think it's turned me into a right-wing racist.
Are you going to talk about the other funny fucker, the other funny racist, Jacob Rees-Mogg?
I don't know what. I haven't really.
Oh, because they played a clip the other week of Jacob Rees-Mogg was with Nigel Farage, and he brought his own cider in, and Nigel Farage says, "Normally we give him a drink, but he's brought his own cider in that he makes." It was
it's his own piss, ain't it? Well, Nigel Farage, yeah, he's a strange looking chap. He's like a Jedi of racism, isn't he?
Yeah, but right, I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I know you are, but Jedi seem to me to be like good things, and then to
Uh,
say the Jedi of racism seems to be like a counter intuitive point thing.
okay, it could be a Sith then. A Sith. A Sith. No, no, he's more like a Jedi because the references. If anyone watched Star Wars, when Obi-Wan Kenobi says to the soldiers, and he goes, "There's nothing to see here," and they go, "There's nothing to see here." Mind control. I think if you same with
Oh, I thought you.
Farage.
Okay, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan, but I thought Jedi's were good. But you're saying the mind control thing.
no mind control. I'm watching it, and you're going, "The refugees coming here on the boats is unacceptable," and I'm going, "The refugees on this boat coming here is unacceptable." I find myself repeating what he's saying. I'm thinking, and I think it's going into my head. I think I'm becoming a racist.
You need to get your hose pipe down to Dover
Uh-huh.
and start
I
pointing
need to
it at
stop
the
watching it.
boats.
I'm getting, I think there's some sort of, like, they say it's with drugs, with playing violent games, watching porn. It gives you, it affects the way your brain functions, and it increases the pleasure
Endorphins.
endorphins, the pleasure hormones, right? Right. He doesn't affect my pleasure hormones. He's affecting some part of my brain, which is like the subconscious part, and he's turning me right wing.
It's mine. It's mine. It is. You're right. Jedi works. I must apologise for it. I didn't. You're right. He is getting into your head.
You've got to put if you find look on there GB News, right, and when you look on Sky, you show the TV guide, and each person standing in front of the GB logo, like this or something, right, and you got Nigel going,
Oh, yeah. Oh.
yeah, pointing his finger, you black bastard. That's what he's thinking anyway.
Sure, he goes, this is Lincoln Christie. He's a gold medalist. He goes, you're back. I can't say it.
No. No, hey Nigel, we need you to pose, yeah. You need to pose something that
That'd be hilarious
people
if you
think,
could get him
he's-
saying it.
yeah. What you can't do it. He's going. No, Nigel, you gotta get a nice pose for the. This is gonna be on all the TV guides and all the channels when your show comes up. We need a good picture. And he's going. No, okay, Nigel, what makes you happy? Yeah, what particularly happy place? I know. It's when I point out black bastards. Okay, we'll take that picture. But we won't mention anything about you calling them black bastards.
Do you know, I'm laughing, but he's not someone we should laugh at or enjoy. But the reason why, though, my mother hasn't had her booster is because it's Pfizer. And you have to keep it cold so they won't come out and jab you. You have to go and find a fridge. Or a mortuary, depending which way you look at it.
Good. Well, this is it, isn't it? It's that.
you give me the eyebrows then, didn't you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but the mortuary is a bit. You're putting everything on a down. I'm trying to put a positive spin on stuff here, Steve.
No, I used to work in a mortuary. Well, not in a mortuary. I was a porter, and I used to put the bodies in the drawers, man.
But people need to hear this. Steve actually got sacked from that job because half the people he put in were still alive.
I hadn't been there long. And you had to go get. Sometimes you had to go get the trolley from the mortuary, which had a cover on, so you could go into the wards and put the bodies in, and then cover it up and go off. And they said, could you go to the mortuary and get the trolley? So I went down. You have to get the keys, and then and it was a long walk through Bromsgrove General Hospital. There was a path, and so I was walking along with the keys, and I opened the door, and there was a body on one of the slabs as I walked in, and then suddenly it went. Ooh. Yeah, it was another porter. They'd tried to play a plank on me. Plank? tried to play a prank on me, but I saw through it. Because I don't believe a body would do that. If you were dead or thought you were dead, and you had a sheet on you, you wouldn't go, oh. You'd go, what the fuck's going on?
Well, I'm saying you'd be a bit worried if you was like you went down there, and then when you walked in, you looked at the sheet, and there was like it pitched a tent down the middle.
Hey, hey!
I'd be more scared of that.
I did. It is something I should. I've done this on stage, but like when I was there once, the Undertaker brought this. No. I tell you what, you'd be lucky to get a couple of bloody gerbils in the tent I pitch. But
oh, God.
But no. The Undertaker's brought this body in, and it was an old man, about 80, 85, I don't know, white hair, completely naked he was. And he had all of these pen and ink graphite tattoos that you usually get in prison. Like, they're not great, they're just sort of done with a pin and a pencil. A pin and a pencil. But they were showing me, they said, look at his willy. And he'd had a tattoo on his willy which said, all for my Ida. And it was written from base to tip. So the all was at the base. So I was thinking, did he do it himself in prison? Or did someone else do it for him?
What did you say? All for my Ida. I'm thinking there's probably more words to that down there, but because he wasn't.
That is an old joke. I could say all for my Ida down. If you gave him a little rub, it would say all for my Ida down. But I really didn't want to go.
So he probably had a middle name and a surname as well, and date of birth. That's impressive.
Yeah, it was, but it was weird. It's weird, some of the things.
Has this gone downhill, Steve?
Yeah, but I find it funny. But like, there was another guy came in, killed himself in a car with a hose pipe. And they couldn't get him in the coffin because rigor mortis had set in, like he was in a sitting position.
Do you know? I just see.
Too much.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking. I'm just imagining you saying, "Oh, I found this funny. This guy came in, he committed suicide." that was it. Not anything else. Just that.
Things happen in the world, right? And I'm not one of these people that thinks, oh, you shouldn't, if a pigeon's poorly, kill it. Don't try and take it home and let it infect your bloody
I kind of interrupted his story. So how did they bury him then, Steve? Go back to the story.
No, he would have, because I don't know how many. It comes in after a certain amount of hours, and then it goes again, rigor mortis. So I think once he'd been in the fridge for a while. But I did. I slid him in with.
Okay.
So, but no, suicide's a horrible thing, and we shouldn't laugh at suicide. You're right. Sometimes you can't stop it, and that's why we should be looking more at helping people rather than belittling them. Help people, don't belittle them.
Yeah.
I don't know what Av is actually. He's hallucinating. Either Av is hallucinating, or I've had too much of this red wine, which we knew anyway, because he asked me a question on philosophy, and I turned it into the Bayer tapestry. I can see why people choked. Well, do the oh well. Okay, I'll tell you what to do. Don't move your fist. Just let go of the gimbal.